Hello, Internet. It is I, Malik Aaron, and welcome back to the channel. Part 19. We are one episode away from reaching the next terrible milestone of the canceled series, which will be part 20. So that's exciting. But you're probably asking right now, Malik, what's the news? What's going on? Well, for the first time since I believe part 16, we're going to have a studio specific episode of Cancelled. And the studio in question is Disney and Fox, but Fox is part Disney. Disney. Let's just say Disney. So as you see from the headline, Black Widow jumps to summer 2021, spurring Marvel picks release date shift. This is the second time this has happened. West Side Story delayed a year, Soul stays theatrical. Plus, there are other movies that have been delayed deeper in this article. So, the main news Black Widow. This will be its second delay. And now it's moving from November 6th to May 7th, 2021. As they say, that's a complete annual delay of Black Widow from its original pre-pandemic release date of May 1st. So it went through the yearly cycle. It was supposed to come out in May. Then it got pushed back 6 months. Then it got pushed back another 6 months. Boom, a year. It gets to join the year-long delay club, which includes such movies as, trying to remember, there was Minions, Rise of Gru, In the Heights, Spiral. Trying to think what else is there. It's a lot. Top Gun Maverick, Quiet Place 2, and a bunch of others that I can't think of right now. But yeah, there's a lot of movies that have been delayed a whole year, and Black Widow now joins the pack. So you know what this means? For the first time since 2009, there will not be a single MCU movie in theaters. So 2008, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 all had MCU movies. 2009 and 2020 are so far the only 2 years where an MCU movie didn't come out ever since the MCU started back in 2008. So that's significant. So for all the Marvel fans, I know this has to suck big time, but don't worry. What you lost in 2020, they're definitely going to make up in 2021 because as of right now, there will be 4 MCU movies coming out as long as things don't get any worse. But don't get your hopes up, all right? There's always a chance things can get worse. That's what this whole series is about. There have been plenty of times where I'm like, oh, that's it. It can't get worse. And then it gets worse. So, yeah, as of right now, there will be 4 MCU movies next year. And 2 of them that are supposed to come out next year have been delayed as well. Internals, which was supposed to come out February 12th, 2021. Well, really, it was supposed to come out this November, but then got pushed to February. Now it's November again, so it joins the year-long club. Great. And Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings supposed to come out May 7th of this year. Now, of next year. Now it's been pushed back to July 9th of next year. So, not a big delay, just by a couple months. And that movie went through some problems, production-wise, because of the pandemic. A lot of movies have went through production issues with the pandemic. Look at The Batman, for instance. Oh, and The King's Man, which I did talk about, part 16. It was supposed to be released February 26th, but now that Eternals have vacated that date, they're like, hey, let's push it up there. So now it's coming out February 12th. I'm still not excited about the movie. I really don't care about it because Kingsman 2 really burned me. And this comes from someone who loves the first Kingsman. I love that first movie. The second movie just turned me off. I didn't like it. So yeah. I really don't care that much about the Kingsman, but for those of you who do, I'm sorry. All right. So yeah, blah 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 blah. All right, down here, some more stuff that they didn't mention. Death on the Nile, the sequel to Murder on the Orient Express. Does anybody remember that? That was like 2017. Ugh, well, it got delayed. What a shock. It was supposed to come out next month, the 23rd. I and now it's going to come out December 18th. I had a feeling this would happen because you see, from doing all these episodes of Canceled, I've learned a couple things. One of the things I've learned is if a movie is supposed to come out in a month or two and there is zero advertising out there, then that's a sign that it's going to move. That's what I've learned. Because there have been plenty of times, I think I'm trying to remember, Connected, that was supposed to come out next month. You would think there would be advertisements for it, but I didn't see a single advertisement. So, whenever that happens, there's a high chance it's gonna get delayed. So take note of that. There's like the Empty Man that's now coming out October. I don't care, but for those of you who care, well, at least you'll get it sooner. So yay, I guess. All right, West Side Story. This was supposed to come out December 18th. This was supposed to be the big holiday musical from Steven Spielberg. That's not happening anymore. Nope, it got delayed a whole calendar year to December 10th, 2021. So it also joins the year-long delay cycle or the club. I don't even know what to call it anymore. And the thing is, it had no advertising too. You'd think there would be a trailer or something, but there wasn't. So again, whenever that happens, there's a high chance it's not gonna make it. Uh, there's also Deep Water that was supposed to come out November 13th. Now it's been pushed back to August. Okay. Here's the weird thing. Here's the thing I didn't expect. Now, in part 18, I did talk about how there was this rumor that Black Widow and Soul will get delayed. They were half right. Black Widow got delayed. That part is true. But Soul, surprisingly, is sticking to its November 20th release date. Disney is like, look, Soul is staying. It's not going to Disney Plus, mainly because the Mulan experiment didn't work. Also, that movie was a PR disaster. But they're sticking to theaters. They're like, look, theaters, we did you dirty with Mulan. Here's Soul, okay? Please don't be mad at us. But the thing about it is that The Croods 2 got that November 25th release date, and I believe in the article they said that the reason why they did that, it must have, DreamWorks or Universal must have had confidence that Soul was going to move, but since Soul isn't moving, you now have direct competition with Soul and The Croods. Honestly, I think Soul's going to win this war. Come on now. Realistically, because, one is a Pixar movie. Sure, Onward did bad even before the pandemic really took shape. But Pixar is still Pixar. Nothing's going to change the fact that they've had decades of success. DreamWorks, sure, they've had success, but they've also had failures. Their track record is incredibly spotty. So, yeah, I don't see the Croods 2 succeeding here. Will they move the Croods again? I mean, that would. They just released a trailer for it. I don't think they're gonna move either. So I think it's just gonna be a fight to the death between Soul and the Croods 2. My money is on Soul winning, personally. If Soul sticks to its release date, because you never know. They could always change their mind at the last minute. That's happened before. Yeah, that's about it. So this sucks. It sucks even more for 2020. Black Widow was one of the last hopes for 2020, and now it got moved to next year. So yeah, 2020's dead. It's dead. There's no denying it anymore. I mean, sure, there's Wonder Woman, but how long will it be until that gets delayed again? Because there's a decent chance it'll happen. And I think all the reason why all these delays are happening is because of Tenet's underperformance. Like if Tenet did better money wise, like if it made like 100 million domestic or something, then other studios would have more confidence in their movies. They'd stick to their guns and they would just keep their movies on their release dates. But because Tenet bombed in America, they've lost confidence and they're moving their movies back until the time is right or when things are better. So, yeah, that's it for this episode of Cancelled. What will happen next? What movies will be delayed next? Well, the October release schedule is shot. November is mostly shot. December, a good chunk of December was shot. January has been nothing's happened in January yet. We'll see. I think honestly, I think January might be next on the chopping block, and then maybe February, and then probably by spring or summer things will finally stop. But I don't know anymore. So we'll see what happens. And when when more movies get delayed, when at least two or more get delayed, I will make a part 20. But when that will happen, I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, that's it. That's all. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, share the whole drill. Want to check out more videos like this? I got playlists on the homepage. The canceled movies 2020, 2021, 2022. If this whole thing gets even worse, I'm gonna have to put 2023 on there. But yeah, if you want to check out the whole saga of these delays, you can check that out because from the beginning of this disaster to now. So if you want to get sad about all the movie delays or you want to catch up on which movies have been delayed, if you wanted to make a whole list, it's an overwhelming list, you can go watch that video. Or all those videos, all the previous eight canceled episodes, the previous 18. So yeah, that's it. That's all. I am out. Goodbye.